Hello, lovelies. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah, and this is a place where I watch basically whatever I want. And today is another listening day, folks. I'm finally here to sit down and listen to the Sound full album. It has been out since Tuesday, so it's been 3 days since this was released, and I've been planning like every single day since then to listen to this. But like every single day, something has come up. I've either not felt well or I've been busy. So I just haven't gotten to it yet, but now I'm here to sit down and listen to it. So yeah, I'm very excited. We have 5 tracks to get into. I'm gonna squeeze it all into one video because I feel like I can. Hopefully, it's gonna work out. So yeah, we're gonna get into Battleground, Lost Me, Don't Let Me Love You, which I now know is the. I think I said that I thought it was that, but I didn't know, but I got it right. And novel, and lastly, there. I got a little bit of a teaser for there in the previous video that I did before this, where I watched the visual teaser. So I got a little bit of that, but not much. And I told you guys in that video that I know little bits about it, but not too much. So I'm excited. Today's gonna be completely new. I've been avoiding all of the songs like the plague, which is very difficult to do, especially when you're on my part of the internet. It feels like it's so hard to escape, but I have, and I did. So I'm very excited to get into this today. So yeah, we're gonna listen to the YouTube audios, and I don't know if it's gonna be any different from the Spotify ones, but I just want to give you guys something to look at because I feel like when I watch album listens and it's just their face, I feel like it's a little bit intimidating. So I'm gonna give you guys and let you look at the actual album. Yeah, the look of the actual album, so you don't have to stare at my face the whole time. But yeah, we're gonna listen to them all individually, and then after each one, I'm gonna look at the lyrics on a different site. I know I could just watch lyric videos, but I feel like each one of them are different. You know, they come out so quickly that there could be errors. So I want to look at it on a different website. So we're gonna listen to them and then look at the lyrics together on probably Genius, 'cause that's what I use most often. And yeah, I hope you're excited because I very much am. So yeah, let's finally get into this. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, we're gonna start off with Battleground. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead, shall we? Let's go. All right, lovies. Are you ready to experience our first song of the sound? I'm very excited. I cannot believe it's taken me this long to get into it, but now we are finally here. So yeah, our first song is Battleground. I made sure also, and I will be doing this, I'll make sure to check who was involved in the making of this because I think it makes it easier as well to understand the style and what effort was put into this. So yeah, it's the usual. Through made this, and it was arranged by Jan. So that, and they also had someone else on it. I do not remember the name off the top of my head, but somebody else was on here too. So that is cool. But yeah, let's go ahead into our first song. I'm very excited. This is my friend's favorite, and they have good music taste. So hopefully, I will enjoy it too. So yeah, let's just dive on in, and hopefully, I don't explode my ears off because I haven't tested this because I wanted to make sure there was nothing that I knew. I just wanted this to be completely new to me. So I'm so nervous. All right, let's go ahead. Hold on. We need to turn this shit up. There we go. I think that should probably be good. Now, I said when Han released his song Volcano recently, I said that was like the closest they've really been to like the more rocky sort of sound, and they've done other stuff too. Obviously, they've literally done a song called Rock, you know what I mean? But they haven't had the classical rock vibes yet. This already feels like it. I mean, from the name Battleground, I knew it was going to be intense. Like, you're not gonna put on a song called Battleground and just hear like lovely, just like nice tunes. You know, you're gonna hear something big and something grandiose. So it wasn't like I didn't expect it, but also not really, you know? Let's see how much I turn this up. That's good, that's good. Woo! I love the little, like, there's something that sounds kind of squeaky too, and it also adds to the atmosphere quite a bit. If you hear that, it's just that like that, but then it's like, that's a bad way to say it. But do you hear that? It's really, really cool. It's like, anyway. Ooh! He sounds so good rapping on rock music. Ooh, Hyunjin! I love the bass line so much. Oh my god. I feel like this is one of the first songs that I could show to my parents and they would love, because my parents are big, like, rock heads. They love listening to rock music, like, I'm sure ever since they were kids, basically. And I've been involved in that quite a bit. It's where I got my music taste. And even though I'm not really a hardcore rock fan like they are, I still listen to quite a few bands here and there. But I'm sure if I showed this to them, they'd probably be like, that's pretty cool. And I could be like, yeah, that's one of my favorite K-pop groups. Because, like, that's who they are, you know? It's freaking crazy. They're unbelievable. They are really unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, what's that melody, baby? Oh. It's cleaning out my ears almost. Ooh! Oh, I especially love that part, obviously. Like, it's kind of like window scraping. It's like cleaning windows, you know? But I really like this. My god, guys. The melody is really nice. Really nice. You hear what I'm saying? Woo! Oh, Hanji-sung, hell yeah. Woo! They sound so good. They sound so good rapping in Japanese. I don't know. There's just such a different energy. And especially now, I've started to dabble in some J-pop, guys, and I don't know. It's something that I don't really know if I want to start exploring on my channel yet, because it's still a very different culture, obviously. I'm much more well-versed in K-pop and how it works and the history behind it and all that, so I don't really know how much J-pop I want to get into, but I've definitely been listening to more recently, and it is very, very good. It's got different vibes, but sort of similar as well, and they especially have some of the best Japanese music, because when I listen to them do Japanese music, it feels so much more natural than other K-pop groups, because it feels like they just do their Korean music, but just do it in English, or not in English, in Japanese, which, like, makes sense, yeah, but Stray Kids' Japanese music has such a different vibe than their Korean stuff, like, in a lot of ways. I feel like they even have a different sound, but they all have a collective sound too. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe you understand. I feel like I put it in a weird way, maybe, but that's just how I feel anyway. Ugh. Especially Felix's voice is really good, you know? Oh, that electric guitar. Like I said, that electric guitar, like rumble, or like I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. That you know, mm. The background vocals too, man. It's so big, man. What's the bridge gonna be like? Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh, it's so good, man. Wow. Ooh. The way they stripped it down there, it was just like they removed all the drums, all the heavy bass, and just like kept that guitar line going, and like the voice in the background as well, the haze, the hoorays, I don't know how to say it. Ooh, with his voice too, man. Felix is so good for bridges. I love it. Woo! Oh my god. Yes, baby, let's go. Put him up. Oh, that's so catchy, man. So catchy. Hold on, let's see. He just had a little bit more voice in there. Wow, that was really good, guys. I mean, why would it not have been, you know? But still, like, I knew from the way my friend was speaking about it, because again, they said it was their favorite. At least I think so, because they came up to me like every single day since it was released. I was like, so Battleground, huh? And every single day I had to tell her, no, I pushed it forward and I pushed it, you know, I couldn't really do it last night, whatever. But from the way that she was saying it, I kind of expected and thought that like this is probably going to be something rocky or more intense because we share that. And ooh, I'm sure when I listen to more of this, I'm going to be like, hell yeah, this is really good. Because my favorite song of theirs is Made of Memories, and they do have kind of similar vibes, you know? Like, they have that sort of, like, not entirely rock. Well, this was pretty much rock, you know? But, like, not that entirely. It still had elements of other genres as well, but it was still very heavily rock, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was really good. Let's go on to the lyrics real quick, and I'm gonna use Genius for this, and we'll just look at them together on screen, shall we? So yeah, let's go and check that out real quick. So we are on Genius right now, and we are gonna see, but from what I would expect from a song like this, I would expect it to be this fight song. You know what I mean? Like, I think to me that makes sense. So let's go and take a look real quick. I take aim and land now on the music battleground. This passion is all I have in the bag that I carry. Yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, it's like they're fighting away the opposition. They're like using their music to fight, you know, it's like kind of their fight song, which they've said a couple times with like different songs of theirs, like Victory Song, for example, being like, this is our victory song. You know, we are gonna show you what we got, you know. But this is much more like, it sounds very much more like physical, you know, like, yeah, popping all day. I do it my way. I'll believe in myself. I ain't gonna play. More enemies show up as I progress. Yeah, like it's much more violent, if you could call it that. You know what I mean? Which makes sense too with it being called Battleground, because like that is very synonymous with war, you know? But yeah, polishing my weapon, my talents, so that I can survive. The ones who lost have already run away. Let go of that trauma and sorrow. The usual drama is over. I'll go on searching. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna read through everything on camera. I'll just like let what I do read speak for itself. Like I think the highlighted parts also do show a lot of it. But yeah, that bottom I'm gonna take it. So it's mine until you're able to go up, 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 shoot, pow, pow. So yeah, it's basically like until we're on top, we're not gonna stop fighting, you know. And I think that very much makes sense for their music because that's basically a big part of their message, you know, saying that they're going to stand up for themselves and they're going to do what they feel like doing instead of doing what other people want them to do. You know, that's a big part of their music, and I personally love that for them, obviously. You guys know that. But yeah, wow, what a good first song, guys. I really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, we're gonna go on to Lost Me now, I believe. I'm gonna check to make sure. Yes, we're going on to Lost Me now, and I'm gonna check between the cut to see who made the song. But yeah, that was a really good first song. I am happy to have gotten some rock from them for real though. Like it's been a long time coming, and it hits very hard. So yeah, let's go on to Lost Me, shall we? Let's go. All right, everybody, let's go on to our second track. This is Lost Me. And yeah, I'm nervous with the title like this. I always will be nervous. But digging deeper into the song, just very like not dark, like not deep under the surface, just kind of like on the surface and checking out the little details of it. This was written by Chris and Changbin, which immediately makes me think of X because they were the two who worked on X. So that makes me very nervous because we all know what song X is, and they also obviously work together for Streetlight, and so they together have this combination of making really heartbreaking, soul-sucking songs. You know, like they just make music that makes you want to cry and throw your head into a wall, and we'll see if that is the case. But then I caught also on the Genius page I was looking on for this because I wanted to see the credits. Somebody had simply commented, "Why does this song hurt so much?" So I'm nervous. I'm really nervous now. We'll see how this goes because hopefully it's not that sad sounding. Because I don't have the lyrics right in front of me and I don't know what they're gonna sing about on first listen. Hopefully I'll be able to deal with it and not think about it too deeply. If it sounds pretty, maybe I'll be fine. So yeah, this is our second track. Lost Me. Let's get it. Okay, piano, classic. Oh, that is a pretty piano line. Shit. Shit. This is gonna be a power anthem. Even though it's probably sad, it sounds like it's gonna be really, really emotionally powerful. So, a few notes here. First of all, that piano line is so pretty. Whoever made that, thank you. Thank you. I think I saw Versus Troy made this, or was in on this. If I might mess that up, but I think Versus Troy was on this from what I saw real quick. And that would make sense because he is really, really musically talented. But yeah, that piano line is really, really nice. Like the way that they're playing that, it's just like so silky and so smooth and so pretty. I feel like I'm listening to like angels singing, you know? Like really, really nice. I feel like starting off any song, especially something like this, is going to be immediately powerful because of his deep voice. You get that nice contrast of his voice and the actual instrumental, and it just like it hits you so much harder. And then I believe that was Hyunjin after him, and his singing voice is so amazing. I remember the first time I listened to Little Star. Yeah, Little Star. I think it changed name now, but Little Star is what I will always associate it with. But when I first heard that, I was like, you know, because it has like he just has such an amazing vocal range and tone that is like he sounds like an angel when he sings, but he's so powerful when he raps, you know. duality, you know. But yeah, wow, great start from the beginning. I feel like I'm about to like I started shivering immediately. Like, you know, when something is so beautiful that you just kind of like everything, it feels like your body takes in everything and it just kind of like starts rumbling you from the inside, because I started getting like shivers, like shots up my spine, you know. I thought I thought something else was gonna start there from that intro there. Oh, that's so pretty. And then the lighter line there. Fuck. Oh my god. Whoa. This immediately feels like Limbo, by the way, with the way that it's made, like Lino's Limbo, because like it was starting off very prettily and very like kind of slow, but not really, and then you kind of go into the chorus, and it kind of sounds like pop rock, you know, like it's got like this like rock, but it's also like a power ballad kind of. But yeah, I was just like lost for words for a second there. I'm sure you could see that. I was just, my mouth was open, and I was like, because like the way that was delivered was amazing. I thought we would get an immediate like beat change, and I thought like the instrumental would change because that's something they would do, but that did not that did not in fact happen. But still, I was really like surprised by that. But yeah, this is really pretty. This is like gonna. We're just 2 songs in, and I'm scared this will overtake Circus for my favorite Japanese album. We'll see though. We'll see. Hold on. We're going back. Chan's voice is so amazing on these songs. Oh my god. The way they drag this out and then they go. Wow. So pretty. Ooh, lead on the chorus. Wow. Wow. Oh. Okay, we did not get. I thought that was going to be a Changmin thing, and I wasn't ready for him to start slow rapping on this. But yeah, this just has such a strong emotional powerfulness to it. You know, you listen to it and it really moves you from the inside, you know? Because I feel like this kind of has the vibe where, yes, I'll be okay without knowing the lyrics right now, because like sure, it just sounds like it's sad, but it still has such a like, you could basically have this and then like make the meaning mean anything, because it is kind of sad sounding, but it also has this hopefulness to it as well. So maybe it just isn't pure sadness. Maybe it got some hopeful elements to it. At least that's what I'm feeling, because like it's still so light tone and it's still so airy and like fresh sounding almost, that I feel like it's not going to be depressing, but you know, we'll find out. But yeah, wow, so gorgeous, guys. Wow. Like, do you like? Wow, amazing. Ooh. This is so amazing. in headphones that I just have cranked up. My headphones are so loud. I probably should turn them down for the like the health of my ears, but like it is so amazing to just sit here and listen to this on full volume. Like it's a different experience, you know. But yeah, wow, this is so gorgeous. Like everything sounds so beautiful, and I think it's because of that sort of extra that they've added to it, you know. Wow. They're so pretty voices too, man. So pretty. It's like a little bell almost, you know? So pretty, man. So pretty. Wow, 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 wow. We're back once again. Oh my god. Harmonies, harmonies, yes baby, yes. Woo. What else do I say? Wow, I was really close to tears, by the way. I feel like I've become so much more emotionally recently. Like, I've cried so many times over this past week for different reasons. It's just not that I'm sad all the time. Don't you worry, guys. But I feel like I've just become more emotional recently. So I definitely was like very emotionally moved there. I felt the urge to just start bawling because like the thing that really moves me emotionally is usually very beautiful music. Like when you can tell somebody really put the effort into this and making it sound almost angelic with knowing that the lyrics probably won't be that happy. Although I don't really know that yet, obviously. But yeah, that was so beautiful. That was really, really beautiful. They really did well with that. It feels like I was listening to like I was equating it to kind of like a church song in my head, mostly because of the piano. It wasn't really organ like sounding, obviously, but like some parts of it definitely did feel to me like I was listening to church music, like psalms. Psalms? Is that what you say? No, hymns. Hymns. That's what it is. Yeah, right. But it was really, really pretty. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous song. Ah, that was so nice. Okay, let's go on to the duties page and check out the lyrics real quick as well for this one. Well, I'm gonna do it for all of them, but you know what I mean. We're gonna go check it out. So let's do that. All right, we are here, and I'm trying to quickly read through it and kind of get a idea of what's going on here. But it seems like this is definitely sad, for sure. For I go numb. Even if it doesn't seem like a big deal, at least once in a million times, don't make this mistake. Don't end this in this cruel world. So, I guess something is not going right here. It might be too late now, but how do I seem to you? Got used to forcing a smile, now I'm sick of it. Hiding my real thoughts, my heart is filled with hurt. But still, I look for the answer until tomorrow arrives. I want to be covered in all the love, even if we hurt each other, realizing that we're losing sight of our hearts. Oh. So maybe obviously I won't know, and this is very, like, it takes a while to kind of understand. But so from the last line here, it seems like they're saying that it's not that they lost someone, is that they lost themselves. And so I think they have had these concerns and these feelings, and they've hid it for, it seems like a long time from how they're saying it. And apparently that, like, hiding that has caused their partner or their friend or whoever this person is, has caused them hurt and made them distance themselves from them. And they're saying that, they've become lonely. And I believe that I'm not all alone in this world. So it's like, I want somebody to find me, even though I can't really find that love for myself, I guess. It's a little difficult, obviously, and I'm sure I'm basing this off of just reading it now, so it's not like I have a decent coherent thought here, but you know what I mean? Like, it sort of has that feeling of, like, self-love as well as love to someone else. But yeah, not only does this seem like a sad song, like, it had some vibes of that, where it seemed depressing in the instrumental, but it still kind of was, like I said, it still sounded a little hopeful. And I don't know, maybe that was just me trying to get something happy out of it, but that's just what I got from it, I guess. But yeah, that was really, really pretty. I really, really liked that. That was gorgeous. But yeah, our next song is Don't Let Me Love You, I believe. And if I'm not correct, because I feel like when I saw the live stream, I had to skip through it. I think it was Lino's. Yeah, it was Lino Ribang, and he did it, and he guested, I think, Hyunjin and Felix. Was it? Yeah, Hyunjin and Felix came on. And I think Hyunjin said it's his song, so I need to check to make sure that that's right. But if it is, that would be really cool, because it means that I'll have something else to really like to see here. So yeah, I'm gonna go check that out, and then we'll get started and listen to that as well. So let's go into that. Let's go. Alright, everybody, let's get into Don't Let Me Love You. And I was correct indeed. This was written and produced, and not arranged, I think, but it was written and produced by Hyunjin and also Chris. So we have another Hyunjin and Chris song, but knowing what they can do very different types of music. So I think there is a lot to be done here. But it was mainly written by Hyunjin, and that gives me good vibes because I really like his music. I have really enjoyed his uniqueness when it comes to music, because I feel like he has this sort of style that I've never heard from any idol or any group, for that matter. It's kind of weird to say that, but I think it's true, at least for me. He just has this this amazing uniqueness to him. I think that's just the kind of person he is. But yeah, this was written by him and produced by him. So that gives me good vibes. And yeah, I did get that right. I am very proud of myself for remembering that, because there was a big chance that I would have messed that up, but I didn't. So good for me. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to this. Don't Let Me Love You. Let's go. Ooh, creepy. Okay. Is that an instrument or a vocal? I guess that was Hyunjin that started us off with, but man, it started off kind of slow, and you were like wondering what was happening. And I believe that is an instrument. It sounds like an electric guitar the more I listen to it, but it kind of sounded like someone's auto-tuned voice in the beginning, and I was like, huh? Really? But yeah, this immediately, as soon as it kind of dropped down when they started singing to this, I was like, man, this is gonna be good. Because I feel like this is gonna be really intense too, but in a different sort of way, I guess. There's something that is telling me that, Oh. That was deep. That bass is deep. Woo! Oh. Okay, I see you there, I see you. The way they were repeating the lyrics here, the way that they're repeating the lyrics are really pretty. I don't know what line it is, obviously, because I don't speak Japanese. But like the way they're repeating it is really pretty, and this kind of has like the vibes almost like it feels like if you mixed R&B and like softer rock music. Like, does that make sense to you? Like, I think it's kind of weird to say, but for me it makes sense. I don't know why, but it's like it's got this intensity to it, but it's also like kind of like this kind of like slow song where you just kind of want to snap your fingers to it and like bob your head to it in a certain way, you know? You're just kind of like bah bah, you know? I don't know. Is it weird to say that? But yeah, wow. Immediate beautiful start to begin with. Wow. This is really like we only have 2 songs left, and I still feel like I still have so much more to explore because all of these have been different but also similar, you know? Like, oh, I'm nervous. That's so pretty, man. So pretty. You know what I mean? Bah. Bah. You get it? You get it? Wow. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And the piano now? God. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, like the guitar? The beat? Why are we speeding up? Why are you speeding up? This is scary. It hits so hard whenever you drop the instrumental entirely right before the beat drop. It hits so hard, guys. Oh! Wow. Wow, every single song has given me goosebumps so far. Because I'm getting major goosebumps. Oh my god. If you see me twitching like that, it's because I have goosebumps. Like, sometimes I do move in weird ways, but like, if I do like that, like really suddenly, it's because I'm getting goosebumps. Wow. All of these are really, really good. Wow, goodness me. I feel like it makes sense to me, the R&B, maybe. Wow. Hyunjin's voice is perfect on this. It's so pretty in a weird way, you know? Wow, I wonder what they're repeating so much. Ooh, ooh. Wow, his voice is amazing on this too. Changbin, don't freaking whisper in my ears while I'm listening to music, man. I keep holding my water bottle because I keep being like, I need something to protect myself because I feel like I'm getting attacked right now. But, ooh, that whisper in my ear. The way that that's sped up. Hanji's voice on this, by the way. I feel like this was like, sure, Hyunjin made this song, but there's also part of me that's like, this definitely could be a Hanji song too because his song works so good on this one too. Like, this is his vibe. Ooh. Wow. That it. Ooh. 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 Holy shit. Wow. It's too late for this. It's like 7 p.m. It's too late for this. I shouldn't have done this on a Friday night. Whatever. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. He should whisper on all their songs. He should. Ah! Wow. It's so pretty, man. It's so pretty. Wow. That was gorgeous, y'all. That was really, really beautiful. This definitely does feel like Hyunjin. Now that I've heard the whole song, and I always have this like, because Hyunjin he does have a style, but he also can make very different varieties of songs. Because if you put if you put red lights next to I don't know, ice cream, they're very different. Like they don't have any similarities, but they still feel like Hyunjin, both of them. So it's like it's just him, and it feels like him too, because I'm sure with what they're singing about, especially obviously because they only have one English sort of lyric that I could at least pick up. Obviously, "Don't Let Me Love You." Uh, it definitely feels like it's supposed to be a heartbreak song, uh, at the very least, or it's like a kind of like pushing away sort of song. I guess kind of like in the vein of like, so I'm sorry, I love you. Like it feels kind of a similar vibe. It even have a similar title, but like that sort of thing, maybe. But yeah, ooh, that was good. That like it vibrated my skull. Like it was very, very nice to listen to. I feel like I was in a club, like on like if like they have like sad nights or like singles nights. Kind of like this is kind of the music that would be playing, and I mean, like you just like be body rolling and then like crying at the same time. Like that sort of vibe. But yeah, really, really gorgeous. Let's go on and check out the lyrics as well, and see what is going on, because I want to know what they're like repeating. It might just be the title in Japanese, but we'll find out. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Let's go. So it feels like that. It does feel like that. So here they're putting the English lyrics in italics. So, but I think that they are basically just repeating it. Oh, yeah, yeah. So they say, "Don't let me love you. Don't let me love you anymore. Don't let me love you. Don't let me love you. Please run away before I end up breaking you. Don't let me love you. Escape before the pain fills you up." So I guess they're kind of shitting on themselves a little bit. Like they basically are saying that we're not gonna treat you right. I'm guessing like it's sort of like that of protect yourself, because even though I don't think I'm a bad person, I probably won't be right for you. Let's see. Walking through the dark, shoulders down, my shadow gets smaller and smaller. Finally, I'm able to see the big picture. The flowers getting crushed underneath don't matter to me. Oh, so they're kind of becoming like unempathetic, I guess. Maybe that's a little thing. Like their love kind of sizzled out, and now they're just kind of a shell of a person. Everything will change. There's only one reason why I can't love you. I know how this is going to end. The ideal is just an illusion. The reality is, in fact, cool. There's no such thing as perfect. So yeah, I think it's supposed to be that kind of song where it's like, I wish that we could have something great, but in reality, we're probably going to end up hating each other at the end. Like it's just like, please spare yourself, because I am probably not make you feel loved, and like I'm not going to be enough for you. I think it's kind of the vibe that they're giving off. Let's see here. The scars are still here, as is your scent. The petals have withered, but the thorns are still there. Without knowing I had been hurting you, this relationship was poisonous, but the feelings are still here. Yeah, so it's kind of like toxic, and they still have feelings, but they have been doing things, I guess, smaller things that have just piled up and not been good to the relationship. But yeah, wow, it's different when you listen to it, like it's different when you listen to it, and once you know what they're actually singing, it becomes very, very different. Let's see the last lines here. Actually, I don't want to tell you not to love me. I'm dying to meet you, but I can't. If you hate me, please endure it and run away, please. If you hate me, please don't love me anymore. So I guess they're kind of backtracking, and they're basically saying like, Like, I know that I'm pushing you away, but actually I really, really like you, and I know that I'm gonna hurt you, but just let me have something. Let me have something a little bit, and like, kind of have that. Please don't wait before I end up breaking you. Yeah. Wow. Hyunjin, what has your relationships been like, bro? Like, how? What is what is like? I'm sure he probably gets a lot of inspiration from things other than his own life, but still, this is painful. This is really hurtful. Wow. It's still really gorgeous though. As a song, in like if you look at it, it's just a song. It's very, very pretty. Obviously, we know that. But yeah, that was gorgeous. Wow. Good job, Hyunjin. I really like that. So yeah, now I think we have what's it called? Novel. Is that the Hanji track? We're gonna find out. I don't even know I don't even know if he's written anything for this, but it just feels like when you hear the title novel, doesn't that kind of sound like Hanji? It's like either Hanji or something to do with Bokuwacha. It just kind of feels like it. It's giving me like flash forwards, I guess you'd say. But yeah, very, very pretty, very sad too. Yeah, good job. Good job, Hyunjin. That was really nice. So yeah, let's go on to novel and see what that is all about, shall we? So yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Y'all, we're going to novel. I feel like I have a fucking sixth sense. Like, I was saying that earlier because, like, just the title, just like based on what the feeling was gonna be, I was like, novel. That feels like something that the guys I mentioned would make. This was written and produced by Seungmin. Can I see into the future? Am I a fortune teller? Like, what the hell? I must have had some sort of like divine powers behind me there because that was like crazy. I don't think I've ever done that before. I've never guessed something so right in my life. But yeah, wow. That is cool. Anyway, this is written and produced by Seungmin as well as with Chan as well as with someone else, I believe. So wow, I am scared to see what kind of vibe we're gonna be get with that because like I'm very used to what Seungmin usually like how he sings and how he's on songs. I don't really know what he's made personally. And that is the thing. Like I think he's been on most like he's participated in most of the unit tracks and all of that, but usually with the unit tracks he's on, it's been vocal based. And so he's kind of had to be a certain way for the song, you know. But here, if it's only him and Chris, this could be very different than what I could think it is. Like, sure, it's like immediately I'm getting like ballad, sad, maybe like a little hopeful, but still kind of like a little sad. Um, but I don't really know if that's gonna be the case because like, what music does Sigmund want to make? You know, it's just very. It could be anything really. But yeah, now I'm super excited because I am sure I'm going to love this. I'm sure about it. So yeah, let's go into our second to last track. This is novel. So yeah, let's go. Wow, immediate prettiness. Okay. I immediately you can't see it because it's under my table and you're not gonna be able to not my table, my chair, and you're not gonna be able to see it, but I immediately started kicking my feet. This is so cute! I doubted you, Seungmin. This sounds lovely. I don't know if it's gonna have a lovely meaning, but the instrumental is lovely. It is so pretty. It's like earlier how it was with Lost Me, but this is like purely that. You know, like it's super, super pretty. Like it's really, really pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, from the beginning. Hold on. I think I just really love this instrument. That's really what's hitting me with this. That little harmony there. Little snares. Wow. Hyunjin. Oh, Changbin's vocals. I'm really kicking my feet. I was really kicking my feet. Oh my god. This is so pretty. This might be my second favorite, basically. I don't really know. This is really gonna battle with Battleground. Like, this is so beautiful. Yo. I'm having a field day right now. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Wow. This is so beautiful! Oh my god, the instrumental is so pretty. It's so pretty. I feel like I'm having such an intense time without it being actually intense musically. Like, I feel like I'm going through like I'm sitting down right now and somebody is like putting a knife to my throat. Like, I'm having those sort of emotions going through me, but like the song is pretty. Like, I'm not actually it's not actually threatening or dangerous in any way. It's just like, for some reason, that is bringing out these feelings in me. It is so beautiful. Seungmin, please make more music like this. I will pay you to do so. Wow, the chorus is amazing. Y'all. The little like startup sound there. Wow. Hyunjin. That little like maraca sound. Wow. And all the ad-libs have been amazing too. So pretty. That line, the way that they say that line in particular is so pretty. Oh, again, this is so beautiful, man. I want this song to be tattooed in my brain immediately. This is gorgeous. This might become my favorite on the album, to be honest. Like, I know Battleground is gonna be hard to beat, but this is already beating it, kinda, because I'm suffering so greatly. Wow. Wow, so pretty. Again? Both Changbin and Felix singing in their pretty voices! And the little Sungmin ad-lib, I believe it was. Oh my god. I'm so in love. It's not even funny. So in love. I hope y'all are giving this the love that it deserves because it is really, really beautiful. Like, this is so pretty. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit! He sounds so amazing! Yeah, that's Sungmin. The build up, holy shit. I thought that was an instrument at first. I thought they'd added something, and I was like, no, that is Sungmin. Fuck. Oh my god. This is such a pretty song, guys. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go through this video when I'm editing this, and I'm gonna have to say wow like 50,000 times because it feels like that. Because I just keep going wow. I'm like a dog. I'm just like whoa. It's so effortless. It's so effortless. That line is so pretty. I wonder so badly what they say there because it's such a pretty line. Like the way they say, like I think it was mostly I and then Leno saying it. It was so beautiful. Oh my god, you guys! That is one of the prettiest songs I've heard in I feel like years. Like years. That was so beautiful. I'm so in love with pretty music. I think I talk about it all the time. Like I love a song that sounds pretty. You know, like just in the way that they made it. If it sounds pretty, I will love it, you know? And this is that in its purest form. This is it crystallized. This is it like pressed into a diamond. You know? Like it is gorgeous. Wow. I was suffering so much. I don't even know how long was I listening to that. It feels like I was listening to it for like 20 years. Because now it's all that's been like now it's all that is floating in my brain. I'm like losing my voice. I just felt it. I had a voice crack there. I'm like struggling with this because it was so pretty, guys. Oh my god! If you're not giving the song the love that it deserves, I will smack each and every one of you right now because that was beautiful. Wow, gorgeous, guys, amazing. Sungmin, I love you. I love you so dearly. You're amazing. Yeah, let's go and look up the lyrics real quick and see what this is about. But I'm sure that it's. I don't know what. Like, I don't really know honestly what direction we're going in because this could be either happy or sad, and I wouldn't really know, you know. But yeah, let's check that out real quick. And then we're going into our last song after that. Holy shit, what a journey! Holy shit. Okay, let's go check out the lyrics. Let's go do it. Okay. This is really cute. This is so cute. So even just the first part of it, this first verse here. Even when I'm asleep, I think of you all the time, unable to be apart. When I think of you, my heart jumps around. I'm sure tomorrow it will too. As if I've been through by the if I as if I've been through the nights by the night sky. It seems like it's going to be another sleepless night. I wonder which moment caused this. I still don't know how all of this started. Yeah, this seems like it's very cute. I picture you in this pure white piece of paper, and it's dyed with your color. Like the love of a novel, I've begun a journey towards you. Like the paradise of a novel, I wander around. Oh, is that what they're saying, maybe? Oh my god. This is so cute. This is like like the purest sort of romance, the sort of like love where you have this like it sure, it's kind of delusional. It's kind of delusional, but it's like this love where you feel like you will drop everything for this person and you see them as like this beautiful angel, of a person, and just like you basically want that sort of novel romance movie romance anything romance. You want that sort of relationship to happen, and it's really really cute to see actually. And I just saw this. This is looking so cute. I keep thinking I want to see you. I don't want to keep this feeling a secret. I want to know more. I keep thinking of you, baby. Tell me where you are. I wonder why the more you like someone, the more it hurts. Someday when we meet, I'll definitely run for you. Wow. So there's less lyrics in this than I thought it was. Like, this is pretty short, to be honest. I'm guessing maybe the pretty thing that they're saying is this. I wonder which moment caused this. I think maybe. I don't know for sure though, but that is gorgeous. I think that this is very clearly young love, puppy love, the innocence, sort of like inspired, just being like, I want to be with this person. I want to find everything that's good about them, and I want to tell them that, and I want them to see that for themselves. It's very much that sort of song, you know? It causes you to have these sort of like feelings of like, wow, this is such a cute song, you know? Like, it's so, you can clearly tell there was so much thought and so much like, yeah, innocence behind this, so much like this sort of like ideal sort of look on love, and this sort of like this very very cute look at love, you know. It's adorable. This song is so cute, and the fact that I actually seeing it, like I'm gonna go jump over it because like you can see it here for yourself. The fact that Sigmund wrote this is so fucking cute. I can't even lie to y'all. It's adorable. Like, this is such a Sigmund song. Like, usually when he makes music, I feel like he does have some sort of romance inspirings to it, but this it's so cute, y'all. It's adorable. I'm in love. This is so cute. Anyway, we're now gonna get into the last song that is new for me on this album. I forgot to specify it and tell you guys earlier that I am only gonna listen to the songs that I've never heard before, so I'm not including any of the Japanese versions of any songs that have come before this, like Chill and Case 143. So just letting you know that, even though I should have done that earlier. But yeah, that's not gonna be here, and I definitely will be listening to it, just not here right now. You know what I mean? And also, they're releasing a not a studio tour, a first take. They're releasing it at the first take of them doing Case 143 Japanese version, and I'll definitely be reacting to that. So that'll be coming up, and I will have watched it then. So just letting you know that. But yeah, let's go into our last song and finally finish off this, because I feel like I've been recording for like 10 hours, even though it's only been like 45 minutes, maybe. I don't even know. I haven't been paying attention basically. But yeah, let's go into our last song. Let's go into there. So yeah, let's go. All right, everybody, we're on to our last track for the sound full listened to the whole album. This is There. Again, like I said, I watched the visual teaser that was released like a week ago now, I think, a little more than that even. And I got just a little smidge of it But now we're here to finally listen to the full thing because I now know, I now know kind of what we're getting into, and I'm definitely a little scared because I said it in the video where I watched the visual teaser, but I've seen some talking about this and the fact they, like I said earlier, they say girl in this, which is not very usual for them because they usually keep their songs gender neutral to, I guess, kind of not only just be able to, you know, express however they want, but also just so anybody can relate to it and anybody can put it into whatever situation they want. But this time they decided to not do that. So we'll see what is the reason why they did that, and we'll also see when the music video will be dropping because it looked like it's going to be full on Delulu, like really Delulu. So we'll see. But yeah, let's go into our last song. This is There. Let's go. This is also piano, I knew that. Very slow, okay. I think this is what we got. Yeah, I think this is what we got. I need to turn this down actually. It's a little loud to be honest. But I think this is what we got in the video at the end where they kind of teased a little bit of the vocals. I think that's what was happening. At least I think, yeah, it felt like that was it because it was definitely Hanji, I think. Yeah, a little more. It's a little loud. That's good. Pretty. Feels like a never-ending waterfall. Yeah, we definitely heard this. I'm still a fool. I look up at the stars. Wait. Cause I know you're waiting, I'll be right there. Okay. I was nervous because that entire intro was in English. I was like, did they do an English song for this Japanese full album? No. Thankfully not. They just kept it to the intro there because I was like, if this is a full English song, I will not be able to handle it because the last time that happened, I was having fun, so hopefully it would not be, but thankfully it's not. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Very, very pretty. I look up at the stars all day and night, 'cause I know you're waiting, I'll be right there. Oh, babes. Ooh. I see it in my head already, the music video. It's crazy to have this beat and then have that piano in the back. I don't know what it is. It's such a contrast, but like having this like like this like kind of slower but not really rap beat, and then having such a pretty like piano line there. It's really funny to me for some reason. But yeah, really pretty. Changbin, you know how to rap on anything. I swear it's amazing. You're waiting, I'll be right there. It's really nice though, for real. Was that a harmony? I think so. Pretty. I'm thinking about you, girl. I forgot to mention this earlier. I think I didn't talk about it, but this is also written and produced by Chris and Changbin once again. So definitely very different to their previous song that they did earlier, Lost Me. But yeah, that's the girl. That was the girl right there. The girl had to jump out and jump scary for a little bit. But yeah, interesting that they decided to not do that here. But I guess because they've not done it for quite a long time. Like they've never done this before in their song, go ahead, guys. I'm fine with it. Even though I'm not a girl personally. Happy for all the girls out there. I'm thinking about you, girl. It's really nice though. It's got that like slower vibe, you know? Their voices fit really nice on this too, man. Really nice. Ooh! Wow. They just immediately went really high with their voices there. Like, I was just sitting there and then they were like, ah! And I'm like, whoa, I was not expecting that, but go right ahead, guys. Wow, so airy and pretty, gorgeous. Woo! Wow. It's just vibey, you know, you're just having a good time. Babe, cute. I'm thinking about you, girl. Hey. Baby, I still think of you all the wow, Changbin. It's just lovely, man. It's really nice to listen to. Think of you. Hell yeah. I only fall for you. Woo! Feels like a never-ending waterfall. Oh, I'm still a fool. Fuck yeah, one more time. I love when we get singing Felix, especially when he sings in like that voice. You know what I mean? That voice. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh, I'm still a fool. Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Cause I know you're waiting. I'm thinking about you, girl. Like their voices are so sweet, but then we have like this sort of beat, you know? I'm thinking about you, girl. I know that it'll never stop. Oh, I'm still right there. Oh, we got a nice piano to end it off. Gorgeous. Wow, that was really, really pretty. And man, I can already see in front of me the music video. If it's gonna be like Your Eyes, like full on Delulu, pack our bags and jump into hell because that is gonna be a tough day. Tough, difficult day. But yeah, that was there. That was really, really pretty. Again, I don't think it's my favorite, but it definitely does have a lot of niceness to it that I enjoy, including all of their voices. Obviously, I really like them on the sort of like slower melodic beat. I think they really do well with it, and they really work it to their charms, and it feels natural. And also, I just the girl part. I don't know what it is, but it just sticks out to me so much because it feels like a jump scare every time they say it. Even though I'm singing along to it, I'm like, girl? Which girl are you talking about? Which girl out there are you talking about right now? That was weird. I'm sorry. But yeah, overall, really nice. Wow. We're gonna go ahead and check out the lyrics real quick before we end this off and sort of have our final run through. But that was crazy, man. That was a lot of different music, but still sort of in a similar vein, in a similar vibe, and also just all incredibly pretty. So yeah, let's go on and check the lyrics real quick, and then we'll have our final little chat, shall we? So yeah, let's go into that. Okay, so the first part was obviously in English, so I don't need to look for that. But it seems to be, let's see. But these blue memories won't be washed away even by the largest waves. Starry night, looking up alone. We were proud of ourselves when we found a star. Today, the sky is different from those days. It seems to be telling the story of who I am now. A cold and lonely wind blows, and the sea color slowly loses its color. Think about you, girl, in this place without you, in this place where we used to be together. I still think of you all the time. I think of all those times back then, the sleepless night. I know it'll never stop. Oh, I'm still there. I didn't expect it to be depressing. I mean, some part of me always would, like, I always have that in mind because, like, Stray Kids love to do that. They love to be depressing with, like, pretty, like, the prettiness of the instrumental, but still didn't really expect that much. I wonder if you're looking at it too. It's every hour, every minute. I'm still the same. I didn't change. No stars can shine as bright as you. I'm thinking of the night sky in your eyes, a place where we can be kept apart, you and I. Just for now, I wanted time to stop for us. So I'm guessing they kind of like they've lost somebody, and it's kind of like they're looking back on the good times and saying they still think about you, and they they wish they could be back in that place, and so they kind of reference like sort of more material things like the sky and the like water and things to be more grounded in, because it's kind of like with like with people you have memories associated by people. So like, for example, if you have this friend and they make like a killer pasta, I don't know why I've said that, but you know what I mean, like you're gonna associate that person with that thing. And so I think they're kind of going to places and thinking about things that they had that were more solid when they have sort of lost this relationship, this friendship, whichever it is. But yeah, this is really, really pretty. They kind of like they stayed in this place and the person moved on, and they kind of never really lost that and like continued on with their life, I guess. But yeah, wow. Obviously, very, very pretty. I enjoyed this quite a bit. This is just another depressing song, but I feel like they gotta put another one in the roster because I feel like like half of their music is depressing and the other half is like a mix of every other emotion. Because they love to do that to us. I think that's just how it is when you're making your own music. You want to express yourself through it, and like you don't want to make just happy music all the time. Like you would probably just, I don't know, lose all your inspiration and just like really get bored with what you're doing with your craft. So it makes sense that they want to express their sadder emotions too. It's not just about being happy. It's about the sadder things, the more hard times too. But yeah, that was really, really pretty. Wow, we have now gone through 5 tracks in quite a long time. I don't even know how long all this footage is gonna be. We'll see when I put this together, but we did have a little bit of in between space here and there, so hopefully it won't be an hour and 30 minutes like it feels like it's gonna be. But we can always just find out later. But yeah, overall, this was a really, really nice experience, man. I didn't know what I would get into when I got into this because, again, the only thing I really knew was, hey, Battleground is gonna be good because your friend likes it, and there has the word girl in it. That was like all. That's all I knew basically. So this is really fun overall. But yeah, there's gonna be some stuff coming out of this era, I guess, now that this is dropped, including what I believe to be. Actually, I want to see if they've dropped it. Let me just do that on camera real quick. But I think they did drop it today. I think that did happen. So let me just go ahead while you can't see my screen and just check that out. Let's see. The first take. Sorry, I got close to you. Let's see. Yeah, they dropped it 6 hours ago. Yeah, so it's been out for a little bit. So I will be checking that out tomorrow, most likely, because it's getting pretty late and I need to shower. That is, I was planning to do that today, but I have not done that yet. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and a lot of other stuff as well. I'm planning to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Let's go on to the outro and have our final little chat, and then we will move on with this day, and I will go and grab a snack because I'm getting very hungry right now. So yeah, let's go into the outro. Let's go. All right, everybody, that was the full listen to the sound. A long time coming. because, again, I've had some troubles. I have needed to kind of sit down and get fully into it to enjoy myself. But that was a really fun time overall. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see how it looks when I've actually edited this, and it might be a total disaster, and I won't know how to deal with this footage. We'll get to see that. At least I will get to see that soon. But yeah, overall, it was really, really fun, and I liked all the tracks. I think they were all very good, but Battleground and Novel are probably my favorites just because they were definitely very different, but also very Stray Kids at the same time, and they were both really nice. Especially, like, Novel was so pretty. Man, I didn't really expect to, like, love it that much, but I really did love it that much. Like, Novel is that girl. I'm feeling it, like, right now. It's that girl. Yeah, but it is really, really pretty. Well, I'm really excited to listen to all of these more and just kind of like take them all in and really start appreciating them more for the smaller details, because listening to them once isn't going to give me all of it. It's only going to give me like smaller pieces that are going to unfold much more later. But yeah, wow, that was really, really gorgeous. Anyway, I need to go, and I feel like I need to take a nap because I'm very tired. That was like a lot. That took a lot of energy out of me, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I will be returning with more album listens again now after this, because I think I just need to get into that headspace of like being, because sometimes it's just tiring to record longer videos knowing that it's going to be long. It can be tiring, but sometimes you just got to sit down and actually get to it, and then like, hey, you're gonna have a fun time. So it's just like that initial first thing. You just need to sit down and just get into it. But yeah, I'll be doing more soon, so look forward to that. But yeah, this was really, really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll now get going. So yeah, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and joining the little family here on YouTube. And if you like this video, consider liking this video as well. And if you have anything to request from Stray Kids or any other artists, make sure to do so down in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day. And I will see you soon. Bye bye. Bye, lovelies. Bye.